the machine. Angry kid, bad at every level, calling out the kings and the fish and lady devils. Paradise is burning down, words of paradise, burning down the town. He talks, he fights, he stays up through the night. Paradise is burning down, words of paradise, he wears a digital crown.
I don't know why StreamYard didn't unmute my mic. That's what an awful way to start the show. Welcome back to Countercast. How are all you Vital Idols doing? I see we got a Bigot Army raid out the gate. Shout out to the Bigot Army, you absolute legends. Me and Hypno actually gonna be doing our co-op stream tonight. You love to see it, and as you can tell, no Cinny. Cinny's on vacation. Normally Tuesday we do tinfoil haters, so I figured, what a better way to do it than to bring in my partner in crime, Sammy Threepeat. Tell you who you are and what you do, Sammy.
Hey, I'm Sammy Threepeat, Detroit-based musician, and what am I coming in hot?
No, you're actually coming in a little bit low, so I'm changing. No, you're coming in low.
What, dude? I had to reset my browser the other day, so EV Mux is like totally fucked me over. How's that?
There you go. You sound a bit better. Anyway, tell me who you are, what you do, the whole nine.
Yeah. I'm a singer from Detroit, but I also have a YouTube channel. It's crazy.
I go a little bit lower.
How about that?
Slightly.
That better?
There you go. Try. I think we're good now.
All right.
Perfect. Point is, we in it. We are off to a professional start today. Let's see who's here. I know, like I said, I saw the Bigot Army stream. We got Ghost of Valhalla is here. Mr. Blue Cthulhu, how you doing? The Visitor Snafu says first, even though he wasn't. What up? Dat Darnotaku is here. We got Sevi with the heavies. Dylan B. Razoroff, shout out. Piplup Stars Commander. That's like a Pokemon, Resident Evil, and something else all in once. And you just subbed. Shout out. Nick Havoc is here. We got Razoroff, the Rockin' Hound Dog. What is up? What is up? Who else? I know there's more of y'all in here. Gout Carrymon. Shout out my man with a plan. The Stream Element spot is doing its job. I see Melphis Sky in here. What up, Melphis? I have a question. Have you ever covered the Hollywood Star Whacker conspiracy? Have you even heard of this, Sammy? We're not doing
I
don't know what that
Hollywood
is.
Star Whacker. What? No.
That sounds too good to be true. Adder, shout out. Free Flow is here. Appreciate you. Blue out the pussy. Woo. If I didn't say it properly the first time, you need to make sure to get it right. UAF Omega, how you doing? Alrighty, I think that's just about everybody. The fourth wall guy. Shout out fourth wall guy. And with that being said, yeah, let's get into some shit. Oh, and we got people coming over on Kick. We got people coming over on Kick.
Wow.
Yeah, we've been getting like non-bots on Kick. It's been awesome. What up, new? And with that, I think we should just get right into the show. First things first, this wasn't part of the stream. This wasn't part of what I was going to be doing. However, I need to know, have you seen, obviously you've been following the quartering drama. You had to have been.
Oh, of course.
Should we know that Asmongold even called him out?
Really?
I hadn't seen it, but we're going to watch it now because it's a short clip. It's like 2 minutes long. And then, yeah, I need to know what he says before we get into the content proper. Here we go.
And yeah, what's your opinion on what's going on with the quartering? I think that the quartering is I think he's totally fucked up, if you want me to be honest. I think he's totally fucked up. And I think it was a massive mistake to try to deplatform Kino Casino. I can't see why he would do that. I think it was ridiculous. And yeah, he's going, bro. Well, I'm just saying in general.
Yeah, it was a bitch move.
Go on. I don't know who spoke first. You spoke first. I spoke first. What were you saying?
Oh no, I just saw the video buzz. I was like, yeah, no, I was just
so fucking hot. Turn it back down. Never mind. I've changed my mind. Right. While you're doing that, as I was saying, guys, I promise we run a professional operation up in here. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Well, that's why the game's all the way up.
Yeah, fix that, you dumb hoe. As I was saying, you know that Asmongold and the quartering have a positive history, right?
Yeah.
Okay. But I wasn't sure if you were aware they knew each other and they used to like according to Asmongold, at least frequently talk. This has been a few years, so
it kind of doesn't matter though. Like, you and I are friends. Like, if you did something like that, I would call you out on it and be like, "What are you doing, dude?" Like,
that's true.
Friends should call friends out.
No, I totally agree. I thought it was weird that Asmongold had been quiet on this whole thing. So and then again, I guess he's been banned. He probably hasn't had a chance to actually.
That's a good point.
Say anything up to this point. Okay. What up, Zach? How you doing, man? Over on Kick.
General, right? I think it's very, very odd to do something like that, and I don't really know why you would want to. And he's spiraling. Yeah, I mean, he kind of is. I mean, I would say it's something like that. And he's felt he's a cuck. He's finished. Maybe. I don't know.
No,
and isn't a coffee brand called Coffee Brand Coffee?
You don't think he's finished?
No, he's slithered out of other things too.
Yeah, but I mean, YouTube rule numero uno is you don't go after people's channels. You can do all the online drama you want, but you don't go after people's channels.
Yeah, and that's true. He's not a female either. Usually the female ones get away with that.
Yeah, females can get away with shit way easier than males.
Yeah, I think it's something.
I don't know. Like I feel like someone needed to like pull him aside and go like, listen, dude, like, I know this is like pissing you off, but like you're circling the drain here and you're going to kill your reputation by doing this. Because
he's been circling the drain for a while because of his previous content. So this isn't a new thing.
Yeah, I really didn't like once he started to get into the drama farming aspect of everything. He's not particularly that good at it. I like more when he was more social commentary. He was better off doing that, but yeah, I mean that's one of the problems, man. Like, if you're gonna drama farm on YouTube, like, you should expect that people are gonna come at you.
Let's keep going.
Like that. The quartering got really washed. Well, I think the problem is that a lot of people don't like the concept of being criticized and having people criticize them, obviously. And because of that, I think that what happens is that they think that they can shut somebody down doing that, but almost every single instance of somebody trying to shut down criticism, what ends up happening is it creates a larger effect that just makes more people aware of it. And I think that's the main issue. No, it's weird to go after his wife. The thing is that it is weird to go after a person's wife, but it's even weirder to have a channel shut down. So the problem is that.
Agreed. Unpopular opinion or not, agreed. Like I've said from the beginning, first of all, There's no proof that anyone went after his wife. He was just saying shit. But even if there was, yeah, talking shit on someone's wife, low blow, no go, whatever you want to say. That's not the same as potentially ruining people's livelihoods because your feelings were hurt.
Well, and it takes away like the whole foundation of all this. Like, you know, like you're robbing that person of being able to speak, and it is somehow worse. I mean, I would never take shots at somebody's family, but
I would. I'm not that I'm not too above that or whatnot. I would, dude.
oh, I mean, okay, like who's that one podcaster whose wife is just totally like a money grabbing whore? She's like
I would
to, like,
imagine most podcasters would go
no,
on.
there's this one like Indian dude, and he's supposed to be a comedian, but like he's completely cucked, and his wife like goes on different podcasts and says like she wants to bang her best friend's husband and shit, and I don't know, but it was like, yeah, I got no problem calling her a money grubbing whore, but if someone who's not in the circle or the
I know what
scene.
you're talking about. No, when Lithium explained it like this, the guy who talked about how pure his wife was. Yes, I don't. Ari Shakur, is that his?
Yeah, I think that's the name.
I don't know his name, but yes, I know who you're talking about now. Yeah, his wife was an absolute hoe.
Yeah,
And a half. Okay.
Yeah, and he's cuckle-doodle dude.
If you have like being harassed or something like that, you're really trying to report people for like bullshit and getting people's channel taken down. Like there are a lot of reasons why you can get a person's channel taken down that you could rationalize, justify, make excuses for, or something else.
I
But
feel
think
like
the
Asmongold's
reality is that
slowly
if you
turning into
allow-
a gopher
A gopher?
or a woodchuck or like some sort of woodland creature. Like he seems to have a harder time keeping his teeth in his mouth than ever before. Like
Just living in the forest amongst the fairies.
something like that
He will come when Cinderella sings, or Snow White,
happen,
whoever.
you're just going to make everything a lot worse. And it's called the Streisand effect. Yeah, it is. So kind of what Nick Merckx did to 8 Thoughts. Well, I don't know really about that. I have no idea about it. And they didn't go after his wife. But what I'm saying is that nobody wants to have other channels get shut down because there is some sort of issue that you had with the channel owner, right? And I think that is a very, very toxic mindset to have.
He just got new teeth and hasn't had time to wear them in. Anyway, I just thought it was funny. Like I said, that's not really on the docket for today. It was why we're not going to go too deep into it. Just that little 2-minute clip. But I don't think he's got anyone left. There's nobody. So alrighty. Let's get into the content proper. We got a couple things I want to go over today. One, Hypno dropped a banger video yesterday. Or at least so I heard it was a banger video. I haven't actually seen it yet because I've been waiting to react to it. I was going to react to it yesterday, and then I fell asleep and missed the stream. So needless to say, that's why today's makeup is happening. And then also, our resident lawyer, Sevi, made a video dropping some legal truth bombs on some serious shit going on in the gaming industry. So we got two sides to look at here. We got the side of the fan and then the side of the legal expert. So I think it's going to be a very gaming-heavy stream, which I haven't done a lot of gameplay news in a while. But first I got to know, Sammy, are you a fan of Fable? Did you play the Fable games?
I played the first one for sure.
First, agree. I played the first 3. Well, I guess there's only really 3. But anyway, first one's the best. I think the third one's overhated. The fourth one's been development hell for a decade now.
Yeah.
And, well, then this happened. Let's see. I can't believe it's happening again.
So when are we going to just admit that we canceled this?
This is uncanny, and I hate it, Hypno.
Ugh.
My name is Harry Dresden, mother. Open the door. This is my neighborhood. Open the door.
Dude, this video was crazy.
I watched the video, but I did not understand the context behind it whatsoever.
Okay, so what I think happened is like because there's a second video where the guy gets into the house. And
Oh,
the dude
what?
comes after
Really?
him yeah, and the dude comes after him with a shovel, and he says something like, "Are you military?" And I think the dude was just having an episode. Other than that, then he was just like stalking this girl online and thought she was home. But those are the craziest eyebrows I've ever fucking seen.
Dude, for real, like homeboy out here looking like he's naturally cosplaying Guy Sensei.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was gonna say. I was gonna say. What's his face? Groucho Marx.
Groucho Marx is fine, but this is a nerd-oriented channel. We have to
Yeah,
make
this
it
is
anime
true.
related. So
Yeah, bushy brow sensei. for sure.
Groucho Marxist. There we go.
Now, or I will end you.
I
You
love how he does the
understand me.
anime bad guy voice.
Oh boy, ladies and gentlemen, here we go again. So let me ask you something. How does one of Xbox's most important franchises, a game that's been in development for nearly a decade, still not have a release date that's accurate, that is actually going to see it all the way through? I don't know. If you don't have the answer, I don't have the answer either, because that's exactly what's happening with Fable. Now, Fable's supposed to be a supposed reboot of the legendary RPG series that pretty much most of us have grown up with, handled by a studio that, by the way, has never made an RPG before. This game has been hit with delays. It's been hit with layoffs. It's been hit with outsourcing problems. And now possibly it's slipping even further away from everybody. This is
What are the odds it doesn't come out? I know they're probably not but what are the odds it doesn't come out?
Oh, they have to. What I really think they're gonna do is silently drop it.
You think really there's gonna do a stealth drop? They've wasted too much money on marketing. Because say what you will about the state of Xbox, and we've got a lot of negative things to say about it. Their new CEO, that new gal, and I don't like giving her credit because women in power and whatnot, fucking gross.
Yeah.
She's been saying all the right shit. She has. I don't know if you've been following but she's like, hey, Game Pass is too expensive. We need to fix this. Hey, this whole everything's an Xbox thing we've had going doesn't work. Like, she's saying the right shit.
I mean, well, that's good that she's following the money, and that's
Well, she's a woman. Women are really good at following the money.
yeah. But I'm saying
they're bad at making it.
There's plenty of CEOs who tell people what they want to hear and just do the same shit anyway. But yeah, I would be optimistic if that's the type of stuff that she's saying. But with everything that I've seen of this, I kind of feel like it's gonna get the Disney Plus let's drop all the episodes at once and then never talk about it again treat, because everything
you're probably onto something.
Isn't just a normal development cycle anymore. This is really starting to look like a massive mismanagement story, which again, we've seen many times before, especially in the AAA industry. And today we're going to be breaking all of it down. We're going to talk about every delay, every problem, every red flag with the Fable series that is coming out recently. And not only that, we're going to talk about a recent announcement that apparently Fable is going to be delayed yet again, potentially into 2027 and beyond. So buckle down and let's talk about this ridiculous game that I don't even know is ever going to see the light of day.
Okay, so it's not just me that thinks there's a chance it could actually just never come out.
Okay, yeah. Also, I never noticed on Hypno's new avatars. He's been doing some bicep work.
Yeah, so Hypno behind the scenes, he kind of a monster. He got some shoulders on him. So I'm glad his avatar recognizes that.
I love this part.
So guys, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe button, all that good YouTube algorithm nonsense, and comment down below. Otherwise, your view's not going to count. To be honest with you, that kind of sucks. Today's video, we're talking about Fable. Fable is highly anticipated, but not for the reasons that most of you would probably think when it comes to a highly anticipated video.
Okay, let's actually roll this back for a minute. Are you, because I know that you don't keep up on a lot of the gaming drama and whatnot. Are you aware that when this game was first announced, they made it seem like, okay, only female character, that's it. And people threw such a bitch fit. They're like, okay, no. You can choose a male or female. And eagle-eyed gamers noticed something. This is the male character. Watch this walk animation.
But not for the reasons that most of you would probably think when it comes to a highly anticipated.
What do you notice?
We're really putting those hips to work.
A little zesty, wouldn't you think?
Mincing.
gamers realized no, there was never going to be a male character.
Yeah.
They threw that in the last minute. So what they did is they stuck a male head on still the female, like all the motions, like the walk cycle and stuff.
Mhm.
Anticipated video game. This new Fable was officially revealed all the way
Yeah, what
back
is it,
in
Don Lemon doing
2020.
this?
There was no gameplay, no real details, just basically a cinematic teaser. And at the time, this was supposed to be Xbox's big comeback RPG. Everybody was talking about Fable coming back. Oh my God, Fable's returning. This is massive. Because remember, the original Fable games were huge, but the original developer, Lionhead Studios, well, that was shut down by Microsoft back in 2016. So there's a little bit of irony here, considering how they're laying on Fable to be the big comeback RPG for Xbox. And meanwhile, they shut down the studio that was originally behind it back in 16. So I think it's kind of funny and ironic. But this particular reboot, this was supposed to
Yeah, the studio doing it, if I recall, I'm going off memory here, are known for Forza racing games.
Well, I was gonna say, look at the ray tracing on that. Look, you know what I mean? Look at that pathway. The path looks great.
Yeah, all you can count the cobblestones.
bring the franchise back from the dead. But right away, there was a very weird decision that was made that I still to this day don't quite understand. Instead of giving Fable to an RPG studio, they decided to give it to Playground Games, which is a studio known for Forza Horizon, a racing game studio making a fantasy RPG. Now, keep in mind, I have no problems with Forza Horizon. I have no problems with Playground Games as a studio. I think they make a pretty good game for what it is. But at the end of the day, handing over a racing game studio, basically a flagship RPG, just kind of seems a little bit weird. Even the developer.
Yeah, with all the women in charge, it's more of a flagship RPG now.
Yeah.
Developers over at Playground Games themselves admitted that this was a massive shift in direction, and that decision alone is just where the problems begin. So let's talk about the timeline, because this is where things get really messy, right? The game has been in early development as far back as 17 to 18, and it was officially announced in 2020. It was initially targeted for a 2025 release, which sounds about right, I suppose, but not anymore. In 2025, Microsoft officially delayed the game to this year, 2026, and the reason was to supposedly ensure more time for quality. And that's the corporate answer every single time. How many times have we seen these studios say, hey, we're going to delay the game just to make it better? And then the game ends up coming out, and guess what? It's the same crap that you expected the first time. I'm looking at you, Ubisoft, when you delayed Assassin's Creed Shadows for supposedly about quality, and then the game came out to a myriad of issues on top of the fact that it was controversial. But again, these studios all promise the same exact thing and deliver the same thing nearly every time. But that was their answer. But the reality is,
Have you ever gotten like really stoned or really drunk and you needed like a fucking pizza? And then you had to like fumble with your phone and struggle bust your way through a 40-minute order process because you're so rocked out your gourd. And then when the pizza finally comes, you don't even want it anymore. It's just like, oh, the shame has kicked in because you started to come down.
You're so disgusted with yourself. for
Yeah.
Or heaven forbid, you have to make the phone call. Like, how can I help you? And you're like, hi.
This is the vibe I'm getting from this. That uber specific example that I'm giving is the vibe I'm getting here.
I'm picking up what you're laying down for sure.
is when a game gets delayed this late into its cycle after years of supposed development,
Yeah.
that usually means something isn't going right. And it didn't stop there. Reports started suggesting that even 2026 might not be guaranteed, with some expectations pushing it even further out. So now we're looking at a nearly 10-year development cycle. This is not normal. It is a pretty big red flag. Let's address the elephant in the room. Playground Games is insane.
Let's address the elephant in the room. Shows all the fat bitches that work at Microsoft now.
Yeah.
Insanely talented. There's no doubt about it. They make racing games, right? But now they're building a fully open world RPG with narrative systems, moral choices, hundreds, if not possibly thousands of NPCs, according to their recent statements. And that's a completely different skill set that is necessary in order to make a game like that. How do you go from making a racing game to making what is supposed to be one of the biggest RPGs released recently that's going to give you all kinds of options and abilities that we can't even fathom? At least that's what they want you to believe anyway. There is something really wrong here. I can't quite place my finger on it, but all I'm saying is that after all the delays and all the layoffs, which we're about to get to in a second, I can't help but think that something really bad is happening with this game. Now, keep in mind, the studio even themselves admitted that there's lots of differences between the genres that they worked on. That's not a little small transition. That's basically like asking a Call of Duty studio to make Baldur's Gate 3. Could it work? Maybe, I guess. I don't know. But again, it dramatically increases problems that could happen in development. And when you combine that with a new engine, new systems, and a completely rebooted identity, you're going to get a lot of problems. Namely, you're going to get a lot of delays. So let's talk about the layoffs, because the layoffs are really the thing that makes me wonder what exactly is going on here. Every time they mention layoffs, they always promise that Fable was unaffected, or that Fable was going to continue onward into the future and release. They always wanted to make sure that the conversation around Fable was one that was heavily controlled in their favor. So let's talk about this, though. Layoffs that were connected to Fable's development, starting with in 2025, Eidos Montreal, a support studio that was working on the game.
Well, now we know everything we need to know. He said a key word there. Do you know what it was, Sammy?
Montreal.
Bingo, bango, bongo. They're fucking Canadian.
Uh-huh.
You got a bunch of fucking Pajeets working on this game for 12 cents an hour.
They're just pooping on the beach.
You're right. Just shitting on the disc. Oh, wait, they can't show on the discs. Nothing's digital. Nothing's physical anymore.
Yeah.
Laid off around 75 employees. And the reason for this was that their work on a mandate had ended, which strongly points to their involvement with Fable. Think about that for a second. A major support studio suddenly losing work mid-development cycle, that can mean only a couple of things. The systems were being scrapped, the work was being restructured, development pipelines being completely disrupted, and when that happens, the game gets delayed, or worse, well, it gets completely rebooted. And that's also something we've heard potentially when it comes to Fable.
Now, all that being said, bro, I want this giant fucking frog.
Yeah, me too.
It
It didn't occur to me because they keep showing that, you know, the character's face. I was like, that character's face has been a meme for years now. You know what I mean?
Yes, it has. That
But
being
yeah.
said, that frog though, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
for
imagine getting a cold call from like ADT security. Hey, we would like to sell you a security system. Does your security system croak? I'm sorry, excuse me. Does your security system have the ability to eat horseflies the size of a fucking Volkswagen? No, then why the fuck are you calling me?
It was like, no, teach me your secrets. Look how peaceful.
Now, another issue is that, again, this is not even Fable the sequel. This is a full reboot of the franchise, which means the team had to figure out what makes Fable Fable, what to keep, what not to keep, what to change. That sounds pretty simple overall, but it's not, especially when you're a studio that has no idea what they're doing when it comes to an RPG game. It's one of the hardest things to do, because now you're trying to please the older fans, attract new players, and supposedly modernize the formula, all at the same time.
Do you know what they're doing to modernize the formula?
Oh, they put a chick in it and made it lame and gay.
Nope. Worse. I want you to actually give me 3 legitimate guesses of how they are modernizing the formula.
Oh, I have no idea, dude. I've been following this.
When I tell you, right, that's why I want you to guess, because when I tell you, I guarantee you're not going to get anywhere close.
Well, I can't remember if you could play as a female in the original. I don't. Think
Not in the original. You cannot. No.
Oh, all right. So what? I don't know. They added pronouns.
Mr. Blue Cthulhu said it. They're adding the Office style cuts.
What the fuck are you talking about?
This is real. We're not joking. They actually have added Office style cutaways to the person telling the story, and like making jokes and stuff with the camera on him. And it's the guy from the IT crowd, the fucking brown dude with the glasses.
Oh yeah.
He is the narrator, and they will cut to him occasionally narrating in these Office style gags.
That's cool to have like one-on-ones with like the bosses. Like, I didn't think he was gonna kill me back there. No, that's stupid. That is the dumbest. I have to go. Like I don't know what to do.
And this is a massive identity struggle. It causes a lot of issues and a lot of resets within the franchise and within the studio. More delays, more delays, more delays. Speaking of delay, that brings us to the conversation from an article from Game Rant that has a headline that reads, Rumor, Fable reboot might be at risk of getting delayed yet again. The highly anticipated Fable reboot being developed by Playground Games could be facing another delay, potentially pushing the game into 2027 if a recent rumor is to be believed. While nothing is yet official, the news is likely to disappoint fans in the already lengthy wait that they've had to endure for the next Fable game. The franchise itself has certainly experienced hardship.
The cutest thing about this is this says likely to disappoint fans, as if it's got any fucking fans.
Yeah.
No one that actually played Fable back in the day is looking at this being like, yeah, I'm going to give it a shot.
No, I mean, I remember liking the original. I just, you know,
you might went crazy there for a moment. Anyway, go on. You remember liking the original? Go on.
But yeah, this doesn't appear to be recognizable to me in the slightest.
Well, no, I don't know how often you game nowadays. I do remember, because the last time you and I talked about gaming was what was it, Repulsa's Revenge? Reader Repulsa's Revenge.
Oh, Reader's Rewind. Yeah, no,
Reader's Rewind.
I'm actually just getting back into gaming. I've had some things calm down in my life where I was like, oh, I have a Steam account. I should probably use that.
Well, you're not going to be using it for this.
No,
After the release of Fable 3 and the eventual closure of Lionhead Studios. A couple of things I want to reiterate before we get into where this rumor came from. Number one, take this information with a grain of salt, because again, we don't know if this is actually real or not. We have no idea, right? This is just the news that is out right now surrounding Fable. So take it with a grain of salt. Number two, how many delays is this game going to experience before we start questioning whether or not this game is even real? I understand, according to this rumor, that they're supposedly going to be delaying it if it's not able to be up to snuff by the time the release date comes around, that they're going to delay it because they don't want to release it not only broken, but they don't also want to release it next to Grand Theft Auto 6, which is looking more and more likely to actually be releasing this year, right? So these are two major problems that the game has, right? In terms of release date and in terms of competition, two major problems. Not only that, guys, I got to be real with you. What Fable is offering, or what Fable is promising, because we don't even know if it's actually going to be able to do it yet, right? I've seen a lot of cringe things regarding Fable with the office-style interviews and whatnot, really terrible millennial-style writing that people are sick of. But regardless, everything that Fable is promising, everything that Fable says it is going to do, I got to be real with you guys. Crimson Desert has already delivered that and then some. I feel like Crimson Desert is going to completely crap all over Fable. It's not even going to be close. And even if Fable did come out before Crimson Desert and manage to do every single thing that it's promising to do, which I don't think it's going to, but if it did, it still would pale in comparison to what Crimson Desert was able to achieve with its own video game. So
yeah, I know that you probably haven't played Crimson Desert because you said you're only just recently getting back into gaming.
Mhm.
I've played quite a few hours. I've played a few hours of it up to this point. I've watched a bunch of my friends stream it. I've watched Sevi stream it. That game has kind of just destroyed RPGs. Like just the concept of the RPG in general. In Crimson Desert, you can pretty much just do anything. It's like if you imagine you're playing WoW in like 2009 and like what's gaming gonna look like in 2026. This actually is that. So yeah, Fable's fucking cooked. Even if this game is real, even if it does come out, it's cooked. It's too little too late.
that video game,
Nice.
I really feel like has completely killed the entire hype around a massive open world video game like that, like what Fable's promising. I really don't think that.
Well,
yeah, okay, go for it real quick, and then I'm gonna address this comment.
oh, I was addressing the comment too.
Go
Well,
for it. Okay,
only
go
a
for it.
matter of time before those started like cross blend and cross bleed. You know, it's decision making.
Not only that, but like RPG stands for role playing game. You were put in a role, and you get to expand that role however you see fit. It's definitionally an RPG. Like just because you got an open world or whatnot doesn't make it like more sandbox than RPG. If anything, it is more RPG than anything because you are able to do whatever you want with the role.
It's really going to matter here. At this point, only some of the most hardcore Fable fans are probably going to buy this game day one, and even they are sometimes checked out considering how long this game is taking. Apathy has completely set in on Fable, in my opinion. I think people really just don't care at this point. So we got the rumor that apparently the game can be delayed into 2027 and beyond. There was a new reveal at the Xbox Developers Showcase in January that confirmed the Fable release date for fall of 2026, with a simultaneous launch for PC, PS5, and Xbox. While many fans likely felt like traction was finally being made, a new rumor from industry veteran Jeff Grubb may be pouring a bit of cold water on things. During his Game Mess broadcast, Grubb mentioned that he had heard that Fable had already been pushed internally, though cautioned that it didn't mean the game would not be releasing in 2027. However, the issue seems to revolve around the potential launch of Grand Theft Auto 6. While Playground Games appears to be working to release Fable in 2026, the currently scheduled November 19 release date for GTA 6 continues to cause planning-related issues. Considering the massive sales expectations for the latest entry in Rockstar's biggest franchise, with most games trying to avoid releasing anywhere close to GTA 6.
I will say, I have nothing but the utmost respect for the balls on whatever company does release games next to GTA 6.
Yeah.
Like, because I've got no interest in GTA 6. First of all, it's not going to be out on PCs for like a year afterwards anyway, and I'm still probably not going to play it then. But just for someone to walk in and be like, you know what? I'm going to release my game anyway. Fuck you, Rockstar. Bro, mad respect. Mad respect.
Big dick swinging.
The potential safest option would be to outright delay Fable into December, and at that point, if the team needs more time or further separation from GTA 6, then Fable would become a prime candidate to just launch in 2027 instead. And again, guys, I want to reiterate, at this point, I don't really think it's going to save Fable. I don't think Fable releasing outside of Grand Theft Auto 6's window is going to help or hurt Fable at this point. I really don't. I think people that have already decided mentally to buy Fable no matter what are going to make that decision to buy Fable no matter what. I don't think GTA 6 is going to affect that. They are two vastly different video games. They have two vastly different customer bases, in my opinion. And while they're both, fairly open world video games, they just scratch two different itches. And I just don't think that it's going to affect it.
They do scratch two different itches, but here's the dealio. Grand Theft Auto, Fable, they scratch two different itches, but in the same general market, which is, for me as a gamer, I'm going to go back and I'm going to play Fable from the Xbox. I'm going to play GTA on the PS2. If I want my nostalgia retro gaming fix, I'm going back to the old ones. I don't play none of this modern gay ass. GTA 5 was a fucking horrible game, all right? GTA 5 sucked dick. Fuck GTA 5 fans. I'm sure I've got several GTA 5 fans in the audience watching right now. Don't get me wrong. I love you guys. Vital Idol strong, but also y'all a bunch of fucking queers. GTA 5 sucks. Fable is going to suck. If you want to play GTA or Fable, play the classics on the PS2 and the Xbox. Vagabond with a 5-banger. If you can't be evil in the new Fable, then it's not Fable. Correct. It's not that you can't be evil. There is no morality system. The morality system is removed. It is now a subjective morality, as they call it.
Ugh.
So even if you're evil, you're not really evil because it's up to your own subjective morals, which is even fucking worse. That being said, shout out Vagabond. Thank you for the 5-banger. This is for you, since Sammy said that character model looked like Don Lemon.
How you doing, sir? Can we talk to you? Where are you from? Do you live in New York?
Who are you?
Don Lemon.
You're a fucking moron, dude.
You'll love to see it.
However, at this point, the people who have decided to want to buy this game are already going to buy this game. And I don't think they are coming to terms with just how little that amount of people may be for this game, which again is such a sad thing to say considering the legacy of the franchise and the legacy of Fable as a whole. It's unfortunate, but it's true. They tried to do damage control, but the latest trailer that they had showcasing, that there's a little bit of a character creator, nothing too crazy, but you can change your character to not be that female character that was in all the other trailers. But that's still it's one of those things where it's it's really not going to help this. The decision has already been made. The controversy has already landed. Anybody who checked out has already been checked out. And I just don't think much is going to save this game outside of good word of mouth. I think they should launch this game.
No, not even good word of mouth. And here's why. Hypno is incredibly incorrect here. Think about what he said near the beginning of this video. When was this game when did it begin development?
He said 2018.
2017 to 2018. How much money do you think is in 10 years of development?
Yeah, dude, that's crazy.
Even the best word of mouth is not. This game will not be a financial success. Like we think about Hollywood lying about the box office, about the budgets and stuff. Bro, I bet they don't have shit on the lies we'll be told about this game's budget. Oh, it only costs 50 million. Bullshit. You don't spend only 50 million over the course of 10 fucking years.
Yeah, or switch development companies in the middle of it. Yeah, there's a bunch of shit going on here.
Yeah, there's no way this game is a financial success, even if it has the best word of mouth.
It truly is ready, which again brings up the other conversation. Is this game even ready? I don't know, man. Half of the things we've been seeing about this game have just been very, very controlled trailers. And ever since what happened with Perfect Dark and the admission that that trailer that we saw announcing the remake for Perfect Dark was completely fake for the most part, I really don't believe any of these trailers anymore. I look at them and I say, unless I see a very good amount of consistent gameplay, I don't believe a single thing that I see for these trailers. And to be honest with you, most of the stuff that we've seen from Fable has been highly controlled, highly edited, and it just seems like there's not much there, which is scary considering how long this game has actually been in
All
development.
right, Dax, let me explain to you. Here's the dealio. Grand Theft Auto 5. You say I wouldn't call it horrible, just dry gameplay-wise, too grounded. Bingo, bango, bongo, too grounded. Grand Theft Auto has always existed on the absurd. And when you play on the PS2, it makes sense because you're basically playing something that's graphically and art direction wise like a mix between The Simpsons and Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. When you take that idea gameplay wise and you try and make it like realistic, the disconnect is so fake and forced and lame and gay. I can't take the story seriously because it's a GTA game. I can't take the more cartoonish aspects of it because it's so realistic. It doesn't thread the needle. It doesn't blend those in any way, shape, or form. And it's just such a try-hard game. It's like from Rockstar. Rockstar took the idea of Red Dead Redemption, like look how realistic and great and grounded we can be, and they tried to apply it to GTA when that's never what GTA was. Yeah, GTA 5 is for fucking homos. GTA 4, I know a lot of people like it. I don't like it because the main character, Nico Bellic, looked like my high school gym teacher. And that's enough for me not to like it.
Been in development for almost going on 10 years now. Well, how come you don't have a lot to show for it? It just seems a little bit odd to me. Which brings us to another red flag. We've known about this game since 2020. So why have we seen very little gameplay? That's never a good sign. Games that are confident in their direction, well, they show it. They have a lot to show for it. Games that aren't confident, they stay quiet, which we've also seen in the past. Even now, heading into 2026, we still don't have a confirmed release date. We still don't have a full gameplay breakdown, and we don't have a clear vision of how the game actually plays outside of...
They are giving us the Ironheart treatment, but for a video game. It's like we have not released a single trailer that beyond just like some teasers of shit that nobody wants to see. I'm getting Ironheart vibes.
Yeah, also everybody on this development team looks insufferable.
I was thinking that early. Not only do they look insufferable, but look at the office in the background. This doesn't scream the office of gamers. This is this cold, sterile people who drink lattes.
Yeah, I was gonna say it has like this weird coffee house vibe that I'm just not into. And
Yeah.
you have like this big like open concept for your office, and you still have hanging fluorescent lights. You.
A couple of little, hints here and there about different mechanics that they promise are going to be in the game, but we don't know if it actually will be in the game. So that silence is a big problem. That's not going to help you build hype around the game. All that is going to cause massive levels of uncertainty around the game. And this is where it gets bigger than just Fable as a whole, because this fits a pattern with Xbox, unfortunately, which is...
So he never said that, Daxnar, but my gym teacher, his name was, I shit you not, I know this is going to sound fake because the quartering stuff, but it was Coach Bull, B-U-L-L, Coach Bull. And I remember one time we were at trap practice, and he says, I know that a lot of teachers and coaches want you to stretch. We don't going to stretch here. I don't fucking believe in it. And he looked at us so dead seriously, It's like, we don't stretch. I don't believe it. Maybe you could say you don't believe it works, but like, I don't believe it. Stretching is real. People can do it.
It believes in you.
Yeah. Coach Bull, hell of a guy.
Announce games way too early. I'm looking at you, Elder Scrolls. Show cinematic trailers, go silent for years, and then delay repeatedly until eventually maybe they get lucky and they can release the game. You know, we've seen this before, and Fable is now the latest example of this exact problem. It's a game that was announced in 2020. It's possibly releasing close to 2027. That's an entire console generation under its belt, and we still don't know if it's going to come out. I've been saying for the longest time that I really am unsure if we're ever actually going to see this game, right? I know a lot of people said that about GTA 6, but there's no freaking way Rockstar's not going to release GTA 6. But Fable, I think Fable's in a whole nother camp. I think the biggest mistake that Fable has
I think the people that work on Fable need to be put into camps.
under its belt was
For
giving this
re-education.
game to people that never made an
yes.
RPG
Yes.
before. It's the same mistake that happened with Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2, where they gave that game to a studio that never made an RPG like that before. It's the same problem that game had. A lot of the systems that the first game had, the second game never had, and it's because the people who made it didn't have the time and didn't have the ability to actually do it, right? So I don't know what we're doing here. I don't know why they continue to do this, and I'm sure they're great developers over at Playground Games. I'm sure they make fantastic video games, obviously racing games, but to give them a massive RPG franchise like Fable and tell them, hey, let's get this going, I just think that's a really poor decision. I don't understand how Xbox didn't have anybody else under their belt to be able to provide us with a Fable experience like we've known in the past. I don't know how they decided to choose Playground Games of all studios in order to do it. And to be honest with you, looking at the articles and looking at the interviews with these developers over at Playground Games, even they seem confused as to why they were given Fable, which again, I just...
Tell me, Sammy, if you saw this gal out in the wild, say, you know, at a coffee shop or a bar, or I was gonna say library, but she has dyed hair and tattoos. Would you expect she knows anything about the ins and outs of game development?
No.
No. Would you ask her what her favorite coding language was and expect a legitimate answer?
Nope. Can't say they would. I would ask her what the weather's like outside. That's about it.
I bet you could just look at her and tell what the weather was like on account of whether her nipples are hard or not, assuming they're not fucking fake. No, I would ask her, given her
she's talking to me,
specific
but her
aesthetic.
nips are going to be hard.
Given her specific aesthetic, I would ask her if she prefers Harley or Ducati. That's about it.
Well, she does look like a chick who's kind of like a gearhead chick. I could see that.
Yeah. She looks like a bubblegum punk.
Yeah, that's a great way of putting it.
just feel like is the biggest mistake Xbox made by far with this video game.
That's another thing too. Microsoft procured so many fucking studios with that merger.
Read Hypno's comment.
Yeah.
Felt cute. Might falsely accuse you of rape later. This girl.
No, you know, this date isn't going the way that I thought it was gonna go, so
bro,
I'm just gonna accuse you of rape.
We have Hypno now has a model that's got like long blonde hair like Sevi. I wish that was the model he had up right now when this quote came up, so we could have fucking Fem Hypno making this quote. That was excellent. Thank you, Hypno.
Yeah, that was great.
I want to kind of start a conversation with this game. What is going to happen with Fable? Let's say Fable even does come out. If Fable comes out, is it going to be something that's going to blow people's socks off? Probably not. If it was something that had every single system that it promised to have, and this was before Crimson Desert, maybe people would have been a little bit impressed. But at this point, considering everything Crimson Desert has offered us and more, there are things that we have yet to discover in Crimson Desert because the world is massive. It's insane. There are things we don't even know can happen in Crimson Desert yet. It's that huge, and people have hundreds of hours in that game. Is Fable going to give you the same kind of experience, especially this modern day Fable?
I don't think even like because people keep bringing up Crimson Desert. I don't think it was going to before then. I would be willing to bet, like cash money in hand, this game comes out, and all the Crimson Desert comparisons aside, it actually has less functions and features than the original Fable from like 2000 2004, something like that. I think
Well,
Fable came out in 2000. I need to look this up now. Hold on.
I want to say it came out in like 2006.
No, it was September 14th, 2004. Yeah.
Wow. All right.
Yes, 2004. I bet.
You know, actually, I probably didn't play it till 2006.
Fair enough. But yeah, I bet the version that we get will have less functions and features. Because I mean, dude, Fable holds up. I've replayed it. It's been about 2-3 years. The original Fable, it holds up brilliantly. I bet this game will have less.
Or is it going to be something that is going to be so obviously rushed that you can see it in every aspect of the video game? I gotta imagine that that's probably going to happen. I feel like once you actually get down to the dirt when it comes to Fable, I think you're going to see the cracks in the actual game. You're going to see that the game, unfortunately, is just an extremely rushed video game, and you just...
Sam Fisher, I'm going to need you to check your math, homie. Almost 20 years. Brother, 2004. That would be 22 years on account of we're in 2026 now. Fable is old enough to drink.
Don't have that level of depth that some of the older Fable games had. And it's sad because, again, we've shown that this is possible with games like Crimson Desert, and that game didn't have much of development hell, even though some developers try to come out and say it had a little bit of development hell when it came to the story. But aside from that, the game has delivered on pretty much everything they've ever promised, and anything that was even remotely lacking, they fixed within a day or two. It's insane how fast they're working over there. I can't say the same for Fable. I just don't have that level of faith in Xbox, unfortunately, and I damn sure don't have that level of faith.
See, he doesn't have that level of faith in terms of Fable, in terms of Xbox. The same motherfuckers will call Hypnoia a fake gamer, grifter, all this sort of shit. When you look at his Steam library, and it is packed to the fucking brim with games he's played, games he's beat, all different genres, all different types, all the locations, eras, from PS2, modern shit. Like, if anyone knows what to expect from games, I would say it's probably him. I defer to him for probably 90% of my gaming needs.
Absolutely. Yeah, honestly, all this is doing is just like Crimson Desert is on my wish list. It's making me really want to just push that along.
Yeah, you really should. I mean, it's a time suck. It'll take all of your time. But yeah, I think you would absolutely enjoy it. Fable 2 probably has the most disappointing final boss I've ever experienced. I don't know, man. Like, there's some disappointing ass final bosses out there. Maybe it's on the list, but I don't think it's number one.
In Playground Games, and again, there's no shade to them. I don't see how their experience with racing games is supposedly going to somehow provide us with a top-tier RPG, the likes of which we haven't seen in a very...
Well, I actually think it does make sense because Microsoft, they're good at racing games. Racing has the word race in it, and we're so focused on race. Yeah, they can do it. It still boils down to the DEI shit.
long time. That's a really big statement to make, and that's a lot to back up. And to be a studio that just basically has racing experience, I just don't see it. If I'm wrong, you guys can let me know in the comments down below. So let's talk about Fable overall and see what your guys' thoughts are on this game and whether or not it's actually going to release. Do you think we're going to see Fable in 2026? Do you even think we're going to see Fable at all, including 2027? Or do you think this is going to be one of the biggest delayed video games, one of the biggest canceled video games that we've ever seen in a long time? Because I'll tell you this.
I want it to be canceled. I do. I genuinely want it to be canceled just because I think it'd be funny as fuck.
Yeah,
to see everybody freak out about that.
If Fable ends up getting canceled, oh my god, is the internet gonna react to
this? Is a really stupid question. Sammy, see if you can answer this before I do.
Why would Microsoft want AI anyways? I mean, it's kind of like the way of the future. Like that's where all the tech is going.
Yeah, they're a software company, they're a computer company, they're a gaming company. It's the way of the future. Also, less cost. Why pay people when you can pay fucking or not pay robots? The fuck you mean? Why would they want AI? Every company does, and if not does, should want AI. You think the McDonald's would rather pay a person to flip burgers or a robot to do it?
Yeah. Okay, they want AI here. Oh, why would they want AI? Because slavery is illegal. That's why.
And it shouldn't be, by the way. Slavery's awesome. That's neither here nor there.
That in such a massive way, because making people wait for such a long time and constantly dangling the carrot over their head, telling them that the game is coming. I want this game to be good, man. I love Fable. I really do. Fable as a franchise has everybody's childhood, including my own. I freaking love Fable. And the idea that they are going to mess up Fable is really, really sickening to me. So I hope that Fable's good.
Oh, this gets my dick hard. Massa Leon. That's right. That's right. Call me Massa, you dirty little servant.
You get
I
to
hope if
sleep in
they-
the house tonight.
Do come out with this game, that it's everything that they claim is going to be, but I just have a hard time believing that. I really do. I have a hard time believing this Fable is going to deliver on every single thing that they have.
Hold on. Who's that look like to you?
I don't know.
To me, this was like Critical Drinker if he was raised on a diet of soy.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say it's something like that, but it's dude, I can't watch them in their fucking green screen background office anymore. There was that one set piece where it was just like a big bowl of grapes, and it's like, what are we doing here? This is a place of business.
Have possibly said that they're going to deliver on. It just seems too chaotic. It seems too much like development hell, and I just don't have a lot of faith in Xbox as a whole. But again, regardless of whatever I may think, let me know in the comments down below. What do you think? Are we going to see Fable in 2026 or 2027? Or is this game going to end up being canceled and they just don't want to admit it yet? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and make sure to please hit that like button.
Finally, one
Let
guy
me know
who
what
looked
you
like he was in
so that the
games.
view can count and I don't be sad. And
And only because he was slightly overweight.
Yeah, but no, he was like missing a front tooth. He looked like a troll.
Yeah, we'll take what we can get.
Yeah.
obviously subscribe if you are new here, and I will see every single one of you on the next video. Hypnotic out.
Yeah, I sorry, I just can't get over the giant bowl of grapes. It was like, what, everyone in the office is just gonna stick their hands in there? That's fucking gross.
To be fair, maybe there's waiting for it to ferment so they can have wine because you need to be drunk to work at Microsoft.
Yeah. Oh, they do seem like one of those like modern offices. You like, oh, we can drink.
We got a
on
wine
Fridays.
repository. Yeah.
We have a microbrewery in the
Skip the
lobby.
outro song. I can pull it back up. I know that there was an outro song. I'm so sorry. Hold on. I need to appeal.
Whoa.
Here, Mike just freaked the fuck out. All right, here we go. Let's check this
just saw
outro
it
song.
happen in real time too.
I guess I'm gonna do that. I have to actually share my screen if I'm gonna show the outro song. Look at that full 10 seconds of outro song right there. What an absolute banger. Still better than anything that, like Cardi B or what's her name, Sabrina Carpenter's putting out. Hollywood Star Wars conspiracy from Randy Quaid alleges there's a shadowy cabal of assassins in Hollywood that kill celebrities to gain control of their royalties. Oh. Well, that could be interesting for an episode to cover. You want DMCA me. Cool. Thank you. Appreciate you, buddy. Anyway, yeah, Fable's cooked. I don't know which would be more embarrassing. If it comes out and flops and the game industry has to report it being a flop, or if it just gets outright canceled. I truly don't know, because like, what's more embarrassing? Something like Batgirl never making it to the screens, or the Marvels coming out and only making like $30 million its entire run.
I mean, they're both not great. I feel like
Right, but what's more embarrassing?
I kind of see this going out like a fart in a windstorm. It's just gonna go out with a whimper, right? Kind of like the Marvels did, where it was like they're gonna build it up. I'm sure they'll do things getting closer of like why they'll get out in front of it saying like why you're sexist or racist because you don't want to buy this game, and then no one's gonna buy it, and then it'll just go.
They need to understand that. And this is my favorite part. I don't ever want those articles to stop. I don't ever want Kotaku or PC Gamer or any of these other buckheads to ever stop calling us racist and shit. it gives me reason to live. It makes me so happy. I actually want to get better at being racist, better at being homophobic, better at being transphobic, better at
I
being Islamophobic.
started a Twitch account for Hogwarts Legacy when I knew it was going to piss off trans people. Okay, I'm not that much of a gamer. That was a day one streamer for 3 feet. I was out there streaming to no one, just going like, yeah, fuck you guys.
Yeah. I need to increase my misogyny levels, and every day I get better at it. Yes, I'm trying to do better. But that's not all that's going on in the gaming space. So this story is about a week old or so, but hesitated to cover it because we need to wait for a fucking professional, right? Need to wait for a fucking professional. Well, we have that professional. An actual real life lawyer. Gunzilla not paying employees. So we got a studio out here that has been accused, for those that are unaware, denying this is true, that full-time official employees aren't being paid. Well, as someone that works in the corporate lawyer world, I don't know. I think we could learn a whole lot. You ready to hear about the faults of crony capitalism?
Oh, please.
What is
Enlighten
worse
me.
than having to suffer through a horrible day at work? Oh, I don't know. Not
Sammy, you would know all about that. What is worse than having to suffer through a horrible day at work?
Oh, them suspending you for 2 weeks without
You
pay.
gotta fix your fucking mic. Unplug that shit and plug it back in.
What is
God
going
damn
on?
it.
Oh.
getting paid, because that's exactly what is happening with Gunzilla Games right now. There are a lot of game developers and contractors that are taking to the internet to say, hey, I'm not paid. And the worst thing is that Gunzilla management
And nobody's paying attention to them because they'd rather hear some dumb broad talk about how she had consensual sex with a YouTuber and then call it rape.
Yes.
All right, no issues on your mic then.
went to Twitter to complain about it and made things worse. So, who is Gunzilla Games? Gunzilla is a company that is headquartered in Frankfurt, Germany, and also has an office in Ukraine. So, this is their website. Gunzilla Games has 2 main games, Off the Grid, of course, and then Guns. According to them, what they say on their website, they are founded on the desire to innovate. We break down technological boundaries in pursuit of deeply engaging next generation experience. Again, they are.
Let's reread this, right? Not as great sounding because I don't have the accent, but founded on the desire to innovate, we break down technological boundaries in pursuit of deeply engaging next-gen experiences. Sammy, can you translate that?
Yeah, corporate bullshit.
There we go. Because I don't know what the fuck that means. I've never
Yeah, I was
heard
like-
of Gunzilla Games. Who are these fucks?
Well, I just hate playing games and going like, I am so sick of these technological boundaries. Fuck.
putting themselves out there as a next gen game studio. And, if they are pushing the hype, if they're pushing themselves out to be as this amazing game studio, the fact that they're failing to pay their employees, as it is alleged, is extremely concerning.
See, in case you guys didn't know she was a lawyer, she used the legal word alleged. They are alleged. Sammy, you and I couldn't do that shit. We'd be getting sued right now.
Nope. I'd be fucked.
If you are not being paid, of course, in the United States at least, you have a lot of different remedies that you can pursue, right? You can go to the Department of Labor, for example, and file a complaint there. You could file a lawsuit as well. Like, there's a lot of different areas that you could go to for help if you are not getting paid. In Germany, I'm not really sure exactly what the process is in Germany if you are not getting paid, but the allegation.
You joined the National German Workers' Party.
Yes. Look, they all look so proud to not be getting paid.
They also look very proud to be white and German, and some of them blonde. You know what? I'm kind of liking this studio.
I'd
there.
have a problem.
Why? Why would you have a problem? Is your name actually Sammy Three-Peatberg?
No.
Repeat
No.
this,
I'm saying, hey, if you're not paying me, get my fucking picture off your website.
That's true.
Folks have not have not gotten paid for months. They have not gotten paid for months. Well, you don't have to believe me. Let's go to the complaint themselves. On April 8th, Paul Creamer, a retired senior.
Ooh.
That is an unfortunate, or actually
Yeah.
fortunate last name, depending on how you look at it.
Oh, I don't know. Look at that profile pic too. He's definitely like leaning in.
Yeah, and you could tell it's a fat bitch there next to him.
Hey, come on, love, give Cream a kiss.
Yeah, putting cream pies in our moon pies. Oh,
Ooh.
FX cinematic gameplay animator made a post in LinkedIn talking about the fact that he himself was not paid, as well as many other employees. So Paul states, Gunzilla Games has not paid its employees for many months, but it still expects them to work. I have personally not been paid.
go on.
Well, that's a German work ethic because okay, my shift ends at 5. I am in my car at 5:01.
Your shift ends at 9.
Yeah. We've noticed
Since October.
that you're asking for money to do work. You should do work for pride.
Of 2025. Some, he continues, have had their pay delayed even longer. Paul states, I foolishly worked for 3 extra months, October, November, and December, with assurances. So, okay, so it looks like he quit. Hopefully. I hope he quit. I hope he quit and found another job.
No, sorry, Sev, you're wrong. I hope he is so stupid that he is still there right now,
Yeah.
still not getting paid. He's like, they will pay me eventually. Like the best possible scenario is that not only this dude, but every single person is continuing to work, not getting paid, holding out hope while the bigwigs are there just laughing at us like, these dumb motherfuckers think
They
we're
keep
gonna
coming
pay
in. They keep fucking coming
in.
in. It's like they'll see that I am dedicated. Oh, they fired me.
Instead of still being there waiting for his pay that is never going to arrive. So he says, I foolishly worked for 3 extra months, October, November, and December, with assurances that delays in payment would be resolved. Upper management promised that these delays were temporary.
They promise, guys. You walk
Yeah.
up, hey, upper management, boss, notice it's been 3 months and there's no more ruples in my account. Am I gonna get paid soon? And boss just extends his pinky like, oh yeah, no, come on, pinky, it's forever, bro. You're gonna get paid. Like,
Yeah. I know you're having a rough time. Here's a loaf of bread and a turnip.
Growing pains tied to being a new company with a new game. Is it just me, or is this completely insane? I mean, I am so sorry. I don't think this is the norm. I don't know if it is the norm for this guy, but you can't just say,
hold on, we'll test right now. We'll test live right now if this is the norm. So we got ChatGPT up. Hey, buddy, is it the norm for German gaming companies to not pay their employees? Keep the answer on the DL. Wink, wink. You know, just in case. No, that's absolutely not the norm in Germany. Well, I guess that answers that. Sevi is correct. I know you're not supposed to ask ChatGPT for legal advice, but I had a feeling.
Yeah.
hey, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't invest right. Please keep working for free. In December, the CEO himself, Vlad, had a call with my department. Where he
Vlad?
the invoice.
Yeah, his name's like Vlad Voldovsky or some shit. Actually, I think I have a... Yeah, sorry. Vlad Korolev is his name.
Never trust a Vlad.
Never trust a Vlad. You're going to end up with your asshole on a pike.
Yeah.
This would be paid as soon as possible. That the company was profitable and that we were all doing the right thing by keeping quiet.
if you have to assure your employees the company is profitable, Sammy, what do you think? Is it profitable?
No, it's not. Also, I like how he's using like the Weinstein approach, which is like, hey, we're not going to talk about this. And we're
Now
all
get
going to
back
make a
in there
shit
and
ton
get
of
on the
money.
couch and do some coding.
Yeah. Yeah. You little cuck, you.
Continuing to work. I'm sorry. What? You're telling me that the president allegedly went to its employees and said, "Oh, please don't report me to the government. Please, pretty please, don't report me to the government, because that would be bad for him."
Woman needs to not say pretty please like that. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Not for you, the employees. One of the things that really baffles me is the fact that some companies put themselves out there as we're a family. We are a family, and because we are a family, you cannot sue me or trust me.
And
Okay,
in German company,
the big question is, are you getting paid, asshole?
What?
Okay.
No, do you mean the president? Yeah, well, you know good goddamn well. He's
I
getting
know,
paid.
but I'm saying if he goes out there and he goes, listen, guys, I'm foregoing my pay too. I'm going to give you, I believe in this so much. I'm going to give you what I'm supposed to be receiving.
You mean like the president of Nintendo did?
Yeah, exactly. It was like, we got to keep this afloat. This is going to pay off. You just got to knuckle down, but not like you have to go into his office and be like, hey, man, I haven't gotten a check.
Mein Fräulein? Yeah, no, I love the we're a family aspect because, like, on the one hand, she got a point. There are companies that promote that aspect. That doesn't mean a whole lot to me in Germany, though, because last time I checked, being a family member in Germany meant they may or may not sell you out to the Gestapo if you got some big nose people hiding in your fucking attic. So,
Trust me, bro, on this. You should never believe any company or any government agency, for that matter, that says, "Trust me, bro. Just trust me. Trust me on this." Just,
guys, it has to be said.
The government can suck it.
Seven, don't trust any government agency that says, nope, stop. Just leave it at, don't trust any government agency. Good job, Sev.
trust me on this. No. This is your fundamental right as a human being to get paid for your work. The fact that they're not getting paid and they're not suing, they're keeping quiet, and then they're being
well, let's face it, the Germans are good at
manipulated.
being quiet about stuff. Hey, where's all your big nose people going? I have no idea. I think they are on vacation.
That's the same trains. That's the same time. They are a big family.
Yes, I heard something about Poland. I can't be sure.
Into keeping quiet is absolutely insane. He was not being truthful. Oh, big surprise here. He was not truthful about the fact that
allegedly, Sevi, allegedly, you're a lawyer. You forgot you're allegedly.
The company was profitable, that he didn't have money to pay folks, that trust me, bro, it'll be okay. And now the company ignores our questions and removes our posts about what is going on to trying to silence us. I'm not surprised by this at all. I'm really not. I am really not. When an individual or a company is suffering, they will try to stifle out the truth because they don't want the truth out there. They do not want the truth out there. We have seen this many, many times. Silence is what they're hoping for, wishing that we will quietly go away. At this point, I hope that they sued this company because it's hard because they're not in the United States. I can't talk about what will happen. I'll say this. If this was happening in the United States, that company would be fucked. Company would be fucked so hard if they were not paying employees correctly.
Someone clip that for me, please, for personal reasons.
Because if you look at it, there are federal laws. There's a Fair Labor Standards Act. There are state laws that also duplicate the FLSA. the Fair Labor Standards Act, that have penalties. Not only do you have to pay the employees their wages, but you also have to pay treble damages, punitive damages, compensatory damages, potentially emotional distress damages, right? And that is just based on a
Fucking women always going on about damages. That's why we're the
Emotional
superior sex,
distress.
Sammy.
It's true.
failure to pay. Generally, the FLSA goes back 2 years, but if you can find that something was done intentionally, then you can go back 3 years for that pay, right? So we're talking about just straight up pay, just looking at that. And then you also might have a claim of estoppel, collateral estoppel. Say if you potentially fucked up the timelines because they said, trust me, bro, believe me, please don't do this. I will do good for you. Come on. Collateral estoppel basically prevents them from asserting a claim.
Wait. What did you just call it?
Please don't do this. I will do good for you.
You should clip
Come
that too.
on. Collateral estoppel basically prevents them.
Okay. I know she didn't say it, but seeing as this is a German company, could you hear her say Gestapo?
I did.
Okay, so it's not just me.
No, I when I thought she was making a joke, and then I saw her face, and I was like, oh no, okay.
No,
maybe.
she's using actual legal terminology.
Uh-huh.
But we know what we heard.
Yes.
From asserting a claim or saying that in this case, no, the statute of limitations ran out on you because of their promise to do something. And the fact that they are actually out there promising, and now we're really, really curious to see if they have promised this in writing. Because if they have promised this in writing, then it can potentially get worse for them too. This has happened too many times in my 20-year career as an animator. Working hard and then...
Wait, what? So this is just a known fucking problem? This has happened too many years in my 20-year career as an animator.
Maybe he's just a really dumb animator.
Actually, you know what? You might be onto something. It's like, hey, the work that we hired you to do, the animations, these have all been still images. They're not moving.
No, it's just like his he comes home and his wife's like, Hans, did you cash your paycheck today? And he's like, oh god damn it, I knew I had to do something. I'll do it next week.
Receiving nothing in return. This is all too common. That's unfortunate. I've never posted about it before out of fear of it affecting future jobs. Out of fear of being called difficult.
Why would you want a future job that's not gonna fucking pay you?
I was too busy being prayed to for me to listen to what you had to say.
He gets to sleep in the house too.
Yeah, no, I'm with you, my son.
It's like the fundamental fucking right that you have in order for you to be able to put food on the table, in order for you to be able to provide for your family, to take care of your kids. It is absolutely crazy that somebody would feel this bad.
And you know, a guy whose last name is Creamer definitely has some kids.
Yes.
And this guilty for
Willing
saying,
to take that to the
excuse
bank.
me, I have not been paid for 6 months. Kind of like struggling over here, please. That is so crazy. I know I will never recover these lost damages. The damage is done. Gunzilla will get away with this without repercussion. And this will happen again and again without end. Artists will continue to be taken advantage of. Our passions will continue to be exploded. After all, we're lucky to do what we love, aren't we? The rest of the industry should know what has happened and what will continue to happen unless you organize and lock out these predatory leaders who seek only to enrich themselves and see you face down in the mud. Well, if it is true, and I don't know if it is true, if it is true that Gunzilla Games is actually profitable and is making a big buck and it's not paying people.
By the way, it just dawned on me. The company's name, Gunzilla. in Germany, where they're not allowed to have guns.
Yeah. And also, they're trying to like rip on this capitalist thing. You dumb fuck. Stop going to work if they're not paying you.
Right?
It was like,
Get
I
another
see-
fucking job. You look
Yeah,
brown. I'm sure you will get hired.
It's the most retarded thing. Like, oh, he's reaping all the benefits. Then fuck him. Then hit the bricks.
Like, and that's not to say what the company is doing is okay, because if this is true, it obviously
Of course
isn't.
it's not
But
okay.
by the same token, bro, I don't know about you. I had the same stable job for 7 years doing IT. Never once is my paycheck but a day late.
Yeah, no, we had something I think like 5 years ago, and they were like, "Listen, we just changed like our distribution company. It's gonna be like a couple days. It was never, it was like they knew it was coming down the pike. It wasn't like they waited till the day of. It was like, dude, it sounds like this guy would like walk into a place. He's like, oh, well, every time I walk in the door at work, they punch me in the face. I don't like that. I better keep working here then. I'm like, are you fucking retarded? Is your white guilt that bad?
That's messed up. That is messed up. I know personally, I have talked to clients when they have said, we're struggling to be able to make payroll. What do we do? My first advice to them has always.
Well, my guess, because I don't know what she's going to say, but here's, if I were a boss, if I were a CEO, if I were the man in charge of divvying out all the people that need to get paid, and if we don't have the money to do it, motherfuckers getting fired. It's layoff time.
Yep,
Sorry,
yep.
bitches. We can't afford all y'all. Some of you gots to go. We're probably not losing champions anyway if you're not doing enough job to bring in enough fucking customers to give us the money we need.
And also, if they say like, "Hey, we're gonna have to go 3 months without paying you," it's like, I'm gonna be missing some deadlines then, asshole. Like,
You need this on your desk by Friday? How about Friday of
why wasn't this on my
October?
desk by Friday? What are you gonna do? Cut my pay? Fuck you.
been
It's absurd. This is
Close.
absurd to me.
the store immediately, lay everybody off, make sure you fucking pay.
Look at that. She said what I said. She's
Yeah.
a girl and she said the right thing.
Because it's business 101.
Not to these commie fucks.
Every single person first, because in the United States, the consequences are enormous. They are huge. The penalties are insane. Punitive damages, compensatory damages, treble damages. It's insane. You do not want that nightmare, at least here in the United States. But apparently in other countries, they don't care, which baffles me.
Because they're all commies.
Now, this is another.
You literally took the words out of my mouth. Yeah. What the fuck do they care? They're commies.
Yeah, they don't care about money.
Yeah. Have you seen the meme from Futurama? It's like, you're vegetarian. Nobody cares what you think.
Yeah.
Same energy, but with commies.
Mm-hmm.
One as well in LinkedIn from Ekhil. He says, not paid for 6 months, and then he tags Gunzilla Games. Hello, this might be old news, but I cannot not talk about it. 6 months without pay. 5 of those months, I showed up and actively worked, delivering, contributing, and trusting the process. I left begging human resources and Vlad Korolev, CEO of Gunzilla, to pay me while facing a serious medical emergency. Every request was met by the end of this week after week. In January, Vlad held a meeting with our team and assured us that everything was fine and that we would all get paid. And I believe that.
Bro, if it has been 3 months and Boss Man's calling a meeting to tell everybody that, hey, everything's going to be fine, you're all going to get paid, this means it's not a you problem. It's happening to everybody. At what point do you not just say, you know what? Fuck this shit. I'm out.
Yeah. I at what point do you realize that like you're just another rat on a sinking ship? And I'm sure Vlad came in like on a Segway wearing like a giant like solid gold like Adidas jumpsuit because his name's Vlad. He was in like the power pose like, listen gang, you're just going to have to bear with it for like 1 more month. Okay, and then we'll be rolling in the dough. And then they're like, okay, we'll do it for you, Vlad. And he's like, and by the way, clean yourself up. You look like shit.
In lieu of payment, we'll be offering kielbasa party. So imagine instead of a pizza party like we have in America, it's gotta be kielbasa.
We're having sauerkraut and sausage.
Why this sour phrase?
He's like, oh, okay. I have to go. My private rocket ship's ready. Vlad's going to the moon. Okay. I want to work on my desk by Monday. All right. Love you. Vlad out.
Sorry, phone ringing during meeting. He's Big Daddy Bezos. Like,
they're like, yes, Daddy, we believe you.
Working through February because of that promise. And that was my mistake. The anxiety this has cost me something I wouldn't wish on anyone. I let my family down. I made promises I couldn't keep. Not because I didn't work for it, but because the people responsible for paying me simply chose not to.
No, you didn't
And
go
all of us-
out publicly and say, hey, they're not paying their...
well, I think this is a case of two things can be true, because like I think that the word choice here is really important. They chose not to, because this makes it sound like the company didn't have a choice, as like, oh, we're running out of money, we can't pay them or whatnot. I mean, that's unfortunate. That happens. People get bankrupt, but they chose not to. Makes it like, dude, how these motherfuckers got this money and they're just being like, nah, don't pay these little bastards.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, dude, that's insane. And then they all just collectively agreed like not to blow the whistle on this. You guys deserve
until
that.
it had been 3 to 6 months. Yeah,
dude, that you could easily lose your house. Like that's I'm like 2 months away. You know.
I tell this story all the time. We'll get back to the video in a moment. I tell this story all the time. When COVID happened, and the office sent us all to work from home, and then 6 months rolls along or whenever the fucking vaccine came out, the office initially tried to do a mandatory vaccination to come back to the office.
Mhm.
And I got together with me and a bunch of our other coworkers. Our team was 44 people big. I got together and got 40 of us, 39 plus myself, out of the 44 to be like, yeah, we ain't taking no goddamn mandatory vaccine. And within 2 fucking days of us going and telling the bosses, we're not doing this, what are you going to do? Get rid of us? Good luck running a Fortune 500 company without your fucking IT team. They were all like, again, within days, like, hey, yeah, that whole mandatory vaccination thing, we're going to make it optional and you can get a $500 bonus if you take it. Uh-huh. Yeah. Shit changed real quick when the rest of us peons just got together and said, you do what we say or we're outie like 4 circles.
Yeah, like I said, there is something to be said. It was like, they're always like, oh, the means of production. At this point, when they're not paying you, you're no longer obligated to produce anything.
Well, try that word again.
Obligated?
Yeah, it's how you said ovulated.
Well,
I know Sammy's on screen, but calm down, Sammy.
Say you're helpless. I
so
see posts on X claiming everything is fine and everyone has gotten paid. Well, this is not true. I am leaving proof of that. This isn't just about money anymore. It's about accountability. I like to address that directly that Vlad Kurolev, you called everyone racing these concerts FUD, but you yourself admitted in your own post that payments are being scheduled.
What the fuck does FUD mean?
What is concerns? Raising these concerns? I don't know.
Yeah. Anyone in chat that knows what FUD is, let us know, please.
Around the company's cash flow, not around the people.
Oh well, the lawyer comes in hot. Fear, uncertainty, doubt.
All right.
Interesting. Oh, she said it. Okay, I'm retarded. Let's roll it back.
Payments are being scheduled around the company's cash flow, not around the people who earned them. So which is it? The company's in control of its finances or it's not? Because you cannot dismiss the unpaid salaries as FUD.
The unpaid salary. Bunch of fucking soy ass vegetarians working here, getting paid in carrots and grapes. Is this the same company that's making Fable?
It is.
That, kids, is what's called a callback.
So this is the article that put this entire issue on Twitter, which is Insider Gaming from April 8th. They state developers accuse Gunzilla Games of not paying salaries.
By the way, how much bet you get? I get a fucking DM later. They're like, "Fuck you, Leon, for making fun of my accent."
Oh,
she's gonna give me another game simulator, like Black Simulator, and it's gonna be like Transsexual Simulator or something.
Months. Both
I mean,
current
I
and
said
former
ovulated.
employees.
That's true. You did say ovulated. And to be fair, at the end of Transsexual Simulator, you do kill yourself. So there's that.
Yeah.
Gunzilla Games has spoken
there's
out
a
on
way out.
LinkedIn, alleging that the company has failed to pay salary for months. The first LinkedIn post was taken down, so it was deleted. I don't know if it was intentional. I don't know if the person deleted them or LinkedIn deleted them or what actually happened, but it was taken down. One of the first posts that gained traction from the talent acquisition lead, Anna Savina, who took to LinkedIn to claim that Gunzilla Games has not yet paid significant outstanding debt that covers several months.
And this isn't even an animator. This is like a fucking HR person or something. What they say her job title was? Hold on. Who's in here? Seemingly, some company expects to clear invoices. All right, I'm just gonna go back and listen.
Who took to LinkedIn to claim that Gunzilla Games talent actually happened, but it was taken down. One of the first posts that
So the gal that hires the people to get paid is also not getting paid. What the fuck is going on in this company?
Imagine how hard her job has to be. It was like, so why should I want to work here? I haven't been paid in 3 months.
Imagine being the dude in the interview. She's got to grit her teeth. Yes, we have great pay and raising benefits.
It's a family.
In traction from the talent acquisition lead, Anna Savina, who took to LinkedIn to claim that Gunzilla Games has not yet paid significant outstanding debt that covers several months. According to Savina, Gunzilla Games is yet to pay some of its staff, with no clear timeline on when the company expects to clear invoices. In addition to the CEO ignoring employees' requests for information regarding their outstanding wages.
Vlad's response was, after Burning Man, we will get this all taken care of.
Seemingly, Savina is not the only person who has yet to receive payment from Gunzilla Games. In response, Alexander Linovishenko, a principal hard surface artist, wrote, "Same situation. I haven't received payments for August and September." Antrim Pally, senior QA engineer, responded, "I'm in the exact same situation. 5 months without a paycheck. On top of that, at an in-person meeting, when the CEO heard that I wasn't going to work for the sake of an idea, that I wanted proof."
So I just did a quick Google search, so take it with a grain of salt. As of April 2026, Gunzilla Games has an estimated 200 to 500 employees.
Oof.
I'm wondering how many, like, what is the ratio of them not getting paid? Because we are hearing everyone from animators to fucking HR not getting paid.
Yeah, hold on. Let's look this up. What's Gunzilla's net worth?
Oh, that's an excellent question. While you're looking that up, founded in 2020, so they're only 6 years old and already between 2 and 500. Headquarters, Frankfurt, Germany. Key locations in Frankfurt, London, and Kiev. Regarding payment issues. Okay, so that's... Dude, when I just Google how many employees they have, even the AI, it says recent developments in April 2026, report service regarding payment issues for some employees.
Gunzilla Games, a private company, has raised $101 million in total funding across multiple rounds, with a recent valuations reaching $1 billion in April of 2025. The company's founder, Vlad Korlev.
Now, obviously, being worth $1 billion is not $1 billion cash on hands. That's worth pointing out. But like, yeah,
still enough to pay people.
Seemingly, you would think.
that I would be paid. He promised to inform my colleagues to pay me everything and end our working relationship within a day. As you may imagine, they took away all my access and did not pay me. The replies to that post are frankly alarming. Now retired senior VFX animator also added more concerning claims, which we went through earlier in this video. So this is what Vlad says. Well, people who have never played OTG, okay, so
I'm so glad she had this in her video because I've got the same tweet pulled up. There's something excellent about it that may or may not have covered for her. So if she doesn't cover it, we will after the video.
So they're saying, 1, you never played the game. 2, have never built a business. Okay, so if you don't play the game that he was talking about, or 2, you have not built a business, then all you're doing is spreading FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt just to farm a few views. Target.
Imagine this from any other industry, right? Like let's think about like Ford, right? The car company Ford. Imagine if Ford couldn't, it wasn't paying its employees, and the fucking CEO comes out and is like, "Hey, unless you started a company, or if you've never driven a car, you don't get to talk about how we run our business." Like, bitch, first of all, I have driven a car, but even if I hadn't, I can still know that you got to pay your fucking employees.
Yeah.
Gerald Ford be rolling over in his not Gerald Ford. Henry Ford be rolling over in his grave. Gerald Ford is a very different Ford.
Yeah. Both Michigan guys though. They
oh, really?
Well, Gerald Ford went to Michigan. I can't remember if he was born in Michigan. I think he was in Grand Rapids actually. But yeah, no, I was like, you've never built a business before. It was like, how are you supposed to get anywhere if you don't fuck over the people who work for you? You've never even played the fucking game.
Speaking of playing the game, breaking news.
Oh no.
I've just been gifted a game. Actually gifted 2 games. I'll get to the second one in just a moment. But I feel like it is worth sharing.
Savvy, what'd you do?
Gay World. Yep. I was just gifted Gay World. Well, you know what? I'm gonna play that tonight, and you don't want to know what I'm gonna be doing while I play it. Shout out, thank you, Sevy. And while we're here, Fear the Clown gave me the Alone in the Dark anthology. Shout out, thank you so much, homie. That's awesome. I don't know if you're watching or whatnot, but I appreciate it. Thank you. So yeah, my dreams of being a little virtual gay boy are coming to fruition. Back to the matter at hand.
Getting the biggest? I don't think so. No. So basically, he is saying you should not have a voice or an opinion or bring attention to this because all you're doing is farming for views and spreading fear, uncertainty, and doubt.
You're really killing my vibe talking about my fraud.
Don't bring me down. By the way, Sevy says read the description. 2 mini games. In one mode, you play as an officer gay police who must arrest all the straight people. In 2 mode, you must play as straight person traveling to Gaylag, where you need to squat on bottles. I don't know. Oh my god. Developer Nikita Ghost Rust. Is this a fucking German game? No way. Hold on. Did I just get gifted a gay German game? Where do I find out the information about this developer?
Gunzilla presents.
All right, about. Oh, they don't have... Here's what their about page says. Different 2D and 3D games.
Wow.
Riveting. That's amazing. Thank you, Sev.
I think this goes beyond the fact that there's nothing about fear, nothing about uncertainty, and nothing about doubt. The allegations have been clearly stated. You have failed to pay your employees. We're deeply grateful for the support. People who have become OTG Pro subscribers. Okay, well, that's irrelevant. If you are that successful, if you are that successful, well, one, congratulations. Two, pay your fucking employees. Very, very simple.
Vlad don't give a fuck.
Hmm.
Man. He's
They
like,
go to say,
thanks
throw all that
everyone for subscribing. You mean the world to me. Couldn't do it without you.
What? Fuck you.
What?
Fuck you.
What? I didn't go, you mean the wild to me.
All three of those are signature lines from your boy here. Are you comparing me to Vlad?
No, I'm saying that's just how
I need you
careless
to
he
understand, Sammy. If I had half the cheddar Vlad had, I would be even worse. I wouldn't even fucking pay you, which I don't, but I wouldn't even have you on Temple of Haters. I'd make my own AI Sammy.
Be like, hey, that's my name and likeness. And you're like, you know what? You got to trust the process.
Sammy, you mean the wild to me.
Boys OTG has been the highest player retention we have ever seen. Well, maybe that you have ever seen. 2.5 times higher than in October of 2024. Well, good for you, but when are you going to pay your employees?
Yeah,
Today
that's another
there's a
thing.
new-
That's another thing. Hold on. Maybe when like you're getting called out for not paying your employees, you shouldn't tell everyone how good everything is going. I'm not a lawyer. I'm just saying it's a shitty strategy.
It's funny you say that because we have a lawyer in the chat. Sevi, what would be your legal advice on why you're not paying people, reminding them of how good everything is?
Yeah.
We'll wait.
Yeah. What do you say? Bold strategy.
From haters. Oh, he did call them haters. Wait, what was this whole thing? Didn't he just say, I did not call them haters for complaining, for saying that they did not get paid. And here he is calling them haters.
So here's what he's falling back on. So I'll show this real quick. So the original headline for this article was Gunzilla CEO denies delaying payments to full-time unofficial employees, calling them haters. And then now they've edited it to denies calling unpaid contractors haters. And he says, I didn't call the employees haters. I was calling the people online spreading this misinformation the haters.
Wait, scroll up.
Oh, all right.
I really like to think that's what Vlad looks like.
Oh, that's totally Vlad. That's totally Vlad. Neuralink, kids, not even once.
Saying if you are pushing a narrative that people did.
My legal advice to him would be shut the hell up, close up shop, pay everyone.
Yeah, that's usually like the first advice lawyers give their clients is stop talking.
Not get paid, you are a hater. By that very same definition, the fact that they are out there in LinkedIn or Twitter saying
the phrase "they are out there" in reference to Germans is far more terrifying, even when it's coming from such a lovely accent.
Oh my God, they are.
Wir out here.
I did not get paid. You are, in fact, calling them a hater. He goes on to say, yes, we are optimizing costs. You're optimizing costs?
He also said broke ass bitches say what?
I see he went to the Pokemon school of CEOing.
Dude. Every company gaming, crypto, and tech is doing right now. We have been doing this for over a year. Okay, so does this sound to you? Please tell me it's not just me. Does this sound to you like he just admitted he has not been paying people for a year?
Yeah.
He's choosing who to pay and who to not pay? Because this is definitely what it sounds like. And
Zalosi says he tried to sell the horrible cookies too. He did, but they couldn't afford them because they hadn't been paid yet.
He's like,
yes, to not disrupt company operations. Some payments may be scheduled in a way that works for the company's cash flow. Not always for everyone individually. And this is the reality of the world we live in. In what fucking reality do you live where you think it's okay not to pay your employees? How fucking delusional do you have to be that you think it's okay not to pay your employees?
He really kind of is taking like this, like, I mean, that's just kind of the way the cookie crumbles sometimes,
Right? Like,
sometimes you just don't pay people. And
I'll tell you, you want to know where this dude would have fit in? 1700s Southern America, baby. Homie would have been a perfect plantation owner.
Oh yeah. We're like, well, Vlad, any comment on this? It's good to own land.
Goes on to say, but to protect the interests of our players and our full-time official employees, whose salaries over the 6 years have never been delayed by more than a week. So according to them, so again, we go back to the quote that was used, the sentence that was used, saying that he only paid full-time and official employees. This is it. This is what he's saying. He is saying our full-time official employees have gotten paid, which we know for a fact does not appear to be accurate. Kind of makes me wonder what official means. I mean, maybe for him, maybe in his head, official means management.
But yeah, he means Vlad.
So
I haven't had a problem. I don't know why all these haters are bitching.
Yeah. To protect the interests of our players and full-time official employees whose salaries over 6 years have never been delayed by more than a week. This being like, look, just because I stabbed a dude last week, I've gone the last 30 years without being a murderer. What? Just because I stabbed one dude a week ago, all of a sudden now
Look
I'm a
at all these
murderer?
people over here who I haven't stabbed.
Maybe that's what it means. Maybe he thinks everybody else is a temporary employee, so they're not really official.
You still have to pay
I really
them.
don't understand how he's using this term or this definition, because clearly he is here admitting he did not pay folks because he's trying to optimize costs. And he's saying this is just what we do. We apologize for any inconvenience this may have caused. Well, I'll tell you what.
We apologize for any inconvenience that 3 to 6 months of not paying you may have cost. Is you tell the poor little brown coder that now is like coming to work out of his box under the bridge.
But you said we're family.
And now this fucking immigrant who may or may not come here on a work visa is like, well, time to go rape a 9-year-old.
Yeah, gonna go stab someone now. And you know what? He's gonna look like you, Vlad, but it won't be you because you owe me 6 months' pay. Go ahead.
I think Germany is about to get their own Luigi Mangione.
Yeah. The audacity of that. But by the way, I know we say legally, if you're trying to optimize like, your budget, not paying people for their work. Can you imagine like being at a board meeting? Like, hear me out. Fuck them. That guy's like, yeah, that's great.
Why didn't I think of that? Give that guy a raise. Actually, wait, no.
You get it.
Now you're getting it.
Your apology doesn't make sure that people get fed. It does not make sure that people can pay their bills. So you can go shove your apology up your ass. So basically, in summary, we have a game developer studio that, according to them, as we saw, say they are being very successful on paper. They have a lot of subscribers for their game that are paying monthly fees to be subscribed to their game. And they're doing so good. They're doing amazing. They want to shut up all the haters. And the haters include those people who say they have not been paid. This should not happen. I really don't understand what the laws are like in Germany or Ukraine or India.
Well, it's simple. They don't have free speech. So speaking up again about this probably would have gotten thrown in fucking prison.
I have a feeling that like Vlad is Chris Chan.
Yeah. Pre or post medallion? Has he put the medallion on yet?
Yeah, definitely post medallion. But I was like, okay.
At what point do we find out that Vlad fucked his own mother?
Okay, it was a little bit before that. It's before the dimensional merge, right? But it was like, okay, so first, Sonichu, we get the people to do this stuff. We don't pay them for it, equals profit. Huh?
Wherever these folks might be. But the fact that they're not getting paid and they're not suing is insane. These people need to get up and sue. Get a fucking class action or a collective action started to force this company to pay.
Yeah, you're Germans. You got to collectivize.
Yeah.
Thought you guys were good at that. Didn't you have your own National Socialist Party there for a while? I know it didn't work out well the first time, but come on, let's give it another go.
Hey, because it's not okay in any way, shape, or form to tell your employees that they need to be silent and they need to wait for a paycheck that is never going to come. Well, that's all for today, folks. Please make sure to hit the like button and subscribe if you have not already, and leave in the comments what you think should happen. I will talk to you guys later. See you on the flip side. Bye.
Well, excellent video from our girl Savvy. She doesn't do videos super often, guys, because she is a streamer, but she's been doing them more and more. So I want to make sure y'all check it out. Watch that. Sub to her if you haven't. Excellent friend of the channel, member of Saturday Night Hypnosis, does her own thing, streams almost every day. 2 hours already, over 100 views. Let's refresh that. Let's make sure that's
What
accurate.
is worse?
And look at that, 103 views. Well done. But no, this situation is fucking hilarious because this is one of those where, like, I want to feel bad for the people not getting paid, but by the same token, homie, you work for free but for like 3 to 5 months. My pity well is bottomed the fuck out.
Yeah,
fuck
sorry.
you for being a fucking moron.
I mean, that's like some Office Space shit. And I told them if they move my desk one more time, I'm going to quit. And if they take my stapler, I'm going to set the building on fire.
You went full robot there for a moment. I feel like Vlad was taking over your microphone. Yeah, go ahead. Try and sue us, Vlad, you fat fuck. All right, crew. Again, excellent video. It's linked in the chat. Make sure you give it a watch. Give it a surprise. Leon, are you on Team Vlad? Oh, dude, I'm absolutely on Team Vlad. I'm absolutely on Team Vlad. Fuck the poor people. The more poor people we can take advantage of, the more the ghost of Ronald Reagan is coming to rise from the grave, and we will jumpstart the apocalypse, the second coming of the Reaganites.
Who'd have thought a guy named Vlad would suck you dry? That was a Dracula joke.
I think we got to end on that. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. That was brilliant. That was poignant. We normally go for 2 hours. It's been an hour, 53 minutes. You've got another show in about 15, so it gives you some time to stretch your legs and whatnot. Let's get on out of here. Before we do, Sammy, tell the people who you are, what you do, what you got coming out, the whole nine.
Let's see. Every Friday night, I got Lights Camera Citation. That's where we laugh at people getting arrested. That's a Rumble exclusive. And then Saturday morning we got Cavecast, and then we were gonna do the news last weekend, but it's really hard to coordinate when you're in Twitter jail. But I'm out of Twitter jail. So
so I should have been at messaging your normal account and not your secondary account with a link.
I whatever, you know, I saw both. But yeah.
Yes, no, it was great. Thank you for filling in for Cindy. You are not quite the big titty dragon goddess, but you know what? That's a-okay. I like you just the way you are. Guys, today, like I said, it's been a bit of a weird week with Sammy having another show tonight, me missing yesterday's show, Cindy being on vacation. So yeah, this was the makeup tinfoil haters, and we'll be back to tinfoil haters. Or this is the makeup countercast. We'll be back to tinfoil haters tomorrow as normal. Beyond that, as for me, videos and streams every day. We got the lunch hour tomorrow. We have got crazy shit to talk about, as we always do. It's gonna get real fucking political, but also a YouTube account with a lot of fucking subs and traction that did a fuck Resident Evil 4 remake video, and apparently your boy is included in it. So yeah, I feel like I made the bid time. So we're gonna react to that tomorrow, as well as a bunch of other shit. So I will see y'all on the flip flop videos and streams every day. Me and Hypno are doing our co-op gaming session tonight, And then at some point throughout the week, there will be a Mouse PI stream when the game drops. So that being said, let's see who's live. Let's see the raid. Hypno is going to be live soon. Maybe I should do an early Hypno raid since he gave me an early raid. Let's un momento por favor. I totally forgot about a raid because I'm a shitty friend and shitty content creator. While I'm doing that, Sammy, any interesting comments in the that's happening in chat right now?
No, they're just all saying goodbye. But yeah, I have a channel. Click on that. That would help me out. I've been stuck at like 430 for forever. Although I haven't been doing a lot of streaming lately. But if we can get me over that 500 hump, that would be fantastic because I too like super chats and shit. And I don't know. Might inspire me to do some more memeing. People said, "Hey Sam, I like your memes," and I was like, "Well, pay me."
I am not seeing Hypno's stream. Is it not set up yet?
Maybe. Thank you, Razor.
That's awful weird. Well, you know what? We're gonna stream. We're gonna raid Hold My Dual Shock. They're awesome. I love them. We're gonna raid them, even though their show's probably about over in 15 minutes. And then you guys go watch Hypno afterwards. Until next time, it is all here in the Nerdosphere, and this has been Words of Paradise.